плачу free hungry tax.
Alright, we are at Muscle Factory. It's pretty dark, you can't really see it, but yeah, we're gonna go do some cardio. I've been waking up early and doing cardio, probably like the past month, maybe 2 months, but yeah, it's been really nice just getting up. You know, when you go really early, it's super quiet, there's like nobody on the roads. Today's Saturday, so yeah, I think, you know, there's a little bit more cars on the road from, you know, people going out on Friday night, but yeah, I've really been enjoying doing cardio in the morning. And basically what I do for cardio is just 20 minutes on the stair stepper, real basic. I think that doing like incline, like walking treadmill is good, but I was noticing that my heart rate was not getting high enough. Like it was staying like extremely low still, you know, and I'd raised it up, but then at that point I'm like basically running and I'm not trying to run. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure my heart rate is, you know, getting, I think it's like 120, 130, something like that, which is good because that means I'm getting in pretty good shape. So yeah, I worked up to the stair stepper. Now I go pretty fast, but yeah, just for 20 minutes. And yeah, it's not too fatiguing anymore, but initially it was. But yeah, it's just like been difficult enough to where it feels like I'm actually doing something rather than just like walking around. But also I'm going for walks at the end of the day, just to get my steps in. I think steps is probably the most important thing. But yeah, we're gonna go in there and do 20 minutes of cardio, and I'm not gonna record it because it's just cardio. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I get back. All right. All right, 20 minutes of cardio done. Today I just did it at a 10 speed. Yes, stair stepper. I feel like some stair steppers are a little bit different. Oh shit. All right, man. All right, so yeah. Also, like, shit. Yeah, I've noticed from doing cardio like really early in the morning and then getting my meals in and then working out, I've noticed that my pumps are actually significantly better. And I don't do this every single day. Probably just like, I don't know, maybe 4 times a week on average, if I had to say. Maybe 4 or 5 times a week. No, probably 4 times a week on average, yeah. But I've noticed my pumps for my actual workout are just significantly better, and I'm super full. But one thing I've noticed is that I actually look, I'm smaller in the morning, obviously, but I look a little bit better. Sometimes I'll go into the posing room after cardio and just like, you know, get my body moving, do some poses. And yeah, I'm super pumped after cardio. Obviously the blood flow is good, but it almost looks better than when I'm like all carbed up and then I take the glycerol and I'm just like inflated, which sometimes it looks really good, but sometimes that like leaner, like drier look looks a lot better because you're a little dehydrated in the morning as well. But yeah, basically how I've been getting up and like managing to get a lot of sleep is a lot of things. You know, I basically limited as much light in my room as possible. I don't take any naps, or I try not to. What else? Yeah, for like, you know, a good 2 months, I stayed off my phone at least an hour before bed and just tried to do nothing like super stimulating, you know, getting off the game, getting, you know, not like ramping myself up and getting excited. But yeah, that has helped a lot. What else? Yeah, also stimulant use. Just like, I've actually been drinking a pretty decent amount of caffeine but it's just all front loaded at the start of the day. So like you saw before my cardio, I drank an energy drink, and yeah, I'm probably just gonna eat another meal and then I'll be ready to hit my upper session. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing, and yeah, just really prioritizing sleep, and everything else is falling into place. Man, also, I got flashed by a speed camera on my way to the gym. I will not be taking that route in the morning. I usually take that route, I don't know, fuck. I usually go that way because there's less traffic, but there's no traffic in the morning anyway, so yeah, it's kind of, I kind of bugged myself there. I got a little excited for the video, but yeah, we're gonna head home. Pretty basic breakfast: 4 toast, 4 egg. Yeah, I will say cardio's sometimes dangerous because you can do, you could think you're going hard as fuck, 40 minutes of cardio, getting your steps in, all this stuff, but the appetite increase from doing cardio can majorly outweigh like all the calories you burned. So like, oh, I do my stair stepper, I get my 10,000 steps or close, but then I'm like, yeah, man, I earned this in and out, or like, I'm gonna make this big ass meal, and you'll end up doing more damage than if you just kept your diet in check. So unfortunately, you also have to keep diet super disciplined and on top of cardio, and really just looking really good is just a lot of, I don't want to say like it's a ton of work, but it is like, I don't know, I guess it just depends on the type of person you are. For some people it's really hard to just stay disciplined consistently for a long time, but yeah, it's like just like the harder you push yourself, the more uncomfortable you get, the better you look. So you have to be hungry. So yeah, that's just the reality of it. But yeah, I made Gabby breakfast as well. She has work soon. 2 eggs, 2 toasts, yeah. So yeah, and then I'm gonna feed the dogs in a little bit, but this is gonna be breakfast. I'm also gonna have some pineapple juice with this. Will you grab me a pineapple juice? And I don't know if this is just placebo or whatever, but my digestion, drinking a pineapple juice after my meal, I feel like I digest really fast and I'm able to get to the gym faster. So yeah, I drink a little bit of one of these. And this little tiny guy has got 32 grams of carbs. So yeah, I'm plenty carbed up for my workout. The one thing I noticed though that I've had an issue with, and I think it's because it's pretty cold right now, is getting enough water in. I've really been slacking on drinking, like, I still drink water, but I should be drinking a lot more. All right, little pre-workout meal. We got some chicken and rice, El Clasico. Yeah, can't beat the classic, man. So yeah, chicken and rice. Sorry, my face is all fucked up. I was messing with it a bunch, but yeah, I've realized that you don't want to be eating your pre-workout meal even 1 hour before the gym. You should be eating it probably like a few hours before the gym. You really want to make sure you're fully digested. And then before the gym, I think it's a good idea to have, like some sort of glycerol or, something that's like gonna hit your body extremely fast on like not like an empty stomach, because I'm still gonna have this meal digesting, but digesting your food takes a while. So even though you may feel digested, it's still in there, it hasn't like hit your body yet. So yeah, I've been trying to eat my meals like pretty early, and that's what's nice. Like waking up early, I can just like get a few more meals in, or like one extra meal in, which is pretty nice, and then be fully digested for my workout. Not fully digested, but you know, for the most part, I'm not like walking in like with my stomach all like fucking bloated. And yeah. Alright, so for pre-workout, I've been taking extra glycerol. I feel like glycerol is probably the most important pump product. Yeah, and it's a little bit too late to be taking pre-workout now. It's 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna be doing nitric, which is like a non-stim pre-workout. And yeah, that'll be it. Oh, and some beta-alanine. I always need some beta-alanine. So yeah, that'll be pre-workout. Okay, workout today is gonna be incline, prime plate loaded incline with the weights at the top. And you guys are gonna notice that, oh, why do you put all the weights at the top? Well, because I'm trying to because I'm trying to grow my upper chest. So if you have the weight, you know, in the middle or the bottom, it's gonna get harder towards the top or like the lockout. And I'm just trying to focus on, you know, nice little shoulder flexion, upper chest activation, and then, you know, be able to finish the rep, not like fail because of triceps. So yeah, I've actually gotten very strong on it. I'm surprised. So yeah, comment down below if you're stronger than me. So that kid, he's not really a kid anymore. Like 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago I just met this random kid at EOS, and he's like, dang, like he didn't know anything about working out, and I just gave him a program. I gave him my number because I was like, this kid, I can tell he wants it, whatever. I could tell he actually cared, you know, and he was gonna put the effort in. I wasn't just like, you know, some people come up and talk to you and, you know, this, but you know, they're not really gonna do that shit or listen. But he actually listened, bro. He came 3 years later, he came and found me. And yeah, he's like saying you changed my life, and yeah, he's like, I never stopped. And, you know, I gave him the program. Shit, bro. That's awesome. Oh, but
Need to make gains.
yeah, he's like he's in like pajama pants, and he's like, yeah, I gotta wait at the gym because my mom's coming to pick me up. Now he's got a car now. He's all jacked. He grew like 2 feet. That's awesome, bro.
Что трудный возраст смятая постель, но плакать лучше в дождь или метель, чтоб никто и не подумал, что слова 16 лет. Твоя душа.
So I see so many people doing this, and I used to be one of these people. where when you grab it, you have your starting position, but then you'll see people like throw their entire, like take like a bigger stretch, right? Where that ends up making you cheat a lot actually, and taking just like, I don't know, you're kind of changing the movement. Like think about like what movement do you want to be like? You know, in chest you're not like doing all this weird stuff, right? So I don't know. So I think of it to like get more consistent reps, because if I'm, you know, at my top set and I'm like this, but I'm just doing all this shit, like because I'm like stretching so much here. I'm like so stretched, and I'm like, oh, it's so hard, and then I'm like this and getting a rep. The form is just super inconsistent, and I'm also like taking a lot of, I feel like, tension off of my, I don't know, like teres and like upper back kind of. But you really just want to keep it right here, keep your sternum right in place. There's no point in just like fucking going like this. I used to think that was like more beneficial, but I've been able to progress a lot better just by keeping the form like chill and like not like doing that, you know. So just a little bit less cheaty, but that's kind of what I've been working on.
Oh, I know, my mom kept asking me, she was like, you sure you're not there? You know, I was like, no. Yeah, I'm looking out for that.
Сладость, я без тебя задыхаюсь. С тобой я потеряла голову. Ты самая дикая сладость. Я не сопротивляюсь. Снова я к тебе прикована ароматами и надеждами. До рассвета эта ночь пропитается. Хватит прятаться под одеждами. Между нами все сильнее гравитация. Случайными по коже узорами. Вновь на мне твои послания любовные. В кровати оба разольемся озерами и придумаем опять что-то новое.
little bit right now. Your split is not very important. You know, you should just hit what you want to hit. I mean, for something like if you're a pretty newbie beginner lifter, having some structure will definitely help. But right now, basically what I'm doing is what I'm doing is upper as my first session of the week, and then I will do lower, and then I will do shoulders and arms. I'm really trying to increase my shoulder frequency because for the whole past year I really didn't train much shoulders, and my delts have been looking really small, and I want to get them like over. You almost want your shoulders to be over proportioned to the rest of your body, which is really hard to do, especially if you're natty. If you're on steroids, they just get huge. But yeah, like huge delts really makes the physique look really good. So I've been really trying to work on that. And yeah, sometimes, like I hit legs yesterday, and today I did my upper session. Tomorrow I might do shoulders and arms. It really just depends how everything's feeling. So, and honestly, my rest days are not planned either. If I feel good and I know I can progress on an exercise, I'm not gonna just, you know, waste the day because it's a, you know, labeled as a rest day. I'm gonna progress. Like it's an option. You know, we're not robots. You just gotta kind of, as you exercise more, and I'm sure you guys have found this out by now, but you know, as you've been working out for years, you know, kind of figure out your body a little bit. So yeah, in my opinion, I think that I have a pretty good gauge of what's going on in my body, and you know, I've proved it by progressing so much recently. So I PR'd today on the chest supported row. I did 6 reps on that machine, which is pretty crazy. I'd eventually love to be able to max out that machine, like run out of room on it. That would be fantastic. And yeah, also I PR'd on the incline chest press, which was awesome. I PR'd on flat press. What else did I do? Yeah, I really didn't do too many movements, but you know that I will be ready by, you know, next upper day or tomorrow, potentially shoulders and arms, and I'm gonna progress on my shoulder press movement. Also, I PR'd on the lateral raise machine. So yeah, overall just really awesome. And yeah, you just want to make sure you're getting stronger. There are no, yeah, today's a high rep light day. Like that's just wrong. It's just simply wrong. That's not what you want to be doing. And you know, and I understand if your body is literally fried, like your nervous system's fried, you've been training super good for the past, you know, few months, and you just need a day where you get in there and like actually just like chill. But I'll have days like that. I'll have days where I don't plan on it, but like I literally can't muster up that like adrenaline. Like today I didn't take any pre-workout or stimulants today, but I was able to, you know, really draw like a lot of like excitement into my sets. And some days that's just like, it's really hard to bring that out no matter how much pre-workout you do take, no matter the craziest song you listen to, sometimes it's just not there. But you can't take those days as, oh, I'm just gonna like slack off, like I'm not gonna try and push it today. You need to do the exact same exercises that you want to progress on and be like, okay, this is now my non-hyped version of me hitting it, right? And you still go as hard as you can, but you're more calm and collected, and you're much more focused versus just like boom, like really trying to like use the adrenaline and have fun with it, you know, that's majority of the reason why I like working out, is like that excitement feeling. But that's just not realistic to feel that every single session. And yeah, so those days you really aren't feeling good, you still push it. I almost use it as like a subsection. Okay, today I PR'd with no hype, no crazy, you know, adrenaline going on. But yeah, I think I've gone over it enough. You guys get the point. Yeah, that's kind of like my split and what's been going on. I've really just been prioritizing frequency and making sure that I'm able to progress in the gym. So yeah, big muscles can move big weight.